The cashier at the Five and Dime was this boy named Billy, and he was the 16-year-old brother of a girl who sat next to me at school. And one October day, I went down to the Five and Dime, and he kissed me. Now, I didn't want to be kissed, so I pushed him away. But he held onto my arm and said, "Oh, come on." The store was empty, and he was strong, and he grasped me tighter. And in that moment, I knew he was going to get exactly what he wanted from me, whether I let him or not. So I had two choices. I could do it for free, or I could do it for free candy. Now, for the next 3 months, I took anything I wanted from that Five and Dime. And in exchange, I met up with him every Saturday night and let him take my shirt off. It didn't feel like I had much choice in the matter, being wanted when having to satisfy. At least that was my view of it back then. I remember him saying in the dark, cramped stockroom with my back against a wooden crate that I had this power over him. And I believed him. He'd convinced himself that his wanting me was my fault, and I believed him. I thought, look what I do to these poor boys. And yet, here is my power. So when he dumped me because he got bored and found someone more exciting, I felt a very real sense of relief and a deep sense of failure. And there was one other boy for whom I took my shirt off for because I felt I had to before I realized that I could do the choosing. But that was my problem. I didn't want anyone. And to be perfectly blunt, I'd figure out my body quickly, and I didn't need boys in order to feel good. And that realization gave me great power. So no, I didn't want anyone sexually, but I did want something. I wanted to get far away from Hell's Kitchen. I wanted to get out of my apartment and away from my father's stale tequila breath and heavy hand. I wanted someone who would take care of me. I wanted a nice house and money. I wanted to run away from my life. And I wanted to go where my mom had promised me would end up someday. And here's the thing about Hollywood. It's both a place and a feeling. If you run toward it, you can run towards Southern California, where the sun always shines, and the grimy buildings and dirty streetwalks are replaced by palm trees and orange groves. But you're also running toward a way of life portrayed in movies where everything is moral and just, and the good guys win and the bad guys lose, and every pain you face is in the effort to make you stronger, so you can win much bigger at the end. It would take me years to realize that life simply doesn't get easier just because it gets more glamorous. But you couldn't have told me that when I was 14. So I put on my favorite green dress that I had just about grown out of, and I knocked on the door of a guy who I heard was going to Hollywood. I could tell from the look in his face that Ernie Diaz was very happy to see me. And that's what I exchanged my virginity for. A ride to Hollywood.